Hi, I'm actor Ian Champion, and welcome to History of Horror Cinema, my personal podcast tour of the good, bad, and the ugly of horror movie history. If you like what you hear, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Chamber of Horrors, aka The Door with Seven Locks, 1940. A year after his busted 1939 Bela Lugosi vehicle, The Dark Eyes of London, aka The Human Monster, British producer John Argyle adapted another Edgar Wallace crime novel, The Door with Seven Locks, for the cinema with better results. It kept its title for British audiences and was released in America by Monogram as Chamber of Horrors, benefiting from being a more straightforward murder mystery with slightly grisly undertones than its predecessor, and featuring an improved screenplay and lead performances. The film plot concerns the instructions given by the dying English Lord Selford, Aubrey Malalieu, that he be entombed within the family vault along with his jewels behind a door with seven locks. The battle for possession of the keys to these locks will become the focus of a cat-and-mouse game between good guys and bad. Where Chamber of Horrors scores is in the dialogue and characterization of its heroes, assisted by Argyle and Gilbert Gunn's lively script. The estate's Canadian heiress, June Lansdowne, is nicely played by German-born actress Lily Palmer, who went on to become Rex Harrison's second wife and win Golden Globes for But Not For Me in 1959 and Peter the Great in 1986. Though here June was packed off to Quebec as a child, she likes a spot of adventure and dives into the unfolding mystery, as does her streetwise spunky Ontario friend Glenda, former musical star Gina Marlowe. They are embroiled in a web of deception when June is given one of the vital keys in a nursing home deathbed confession by Louis Silver, J.H. Roberts, but he is shot by a covert assassin before he can reveal the other key's locations. The plot thickens when she runs for help from the matron, who insists the home currently has no patients. Together, the energetic and capable ladies are more than a match for the men of London's CID, who investigate the ensuing case. The senior man is Richard Byrd's Inspector Seed, a cynic who spouts pricelessly sexist maxims. Women are like tiger cats. They ought to be caged at 16 and shot at 20. We meet him engaging in mocking office trash talk with his underling Dick Martin, who's just resigned from the force. Actor Romilly Lunge, whose fitting action adverb name almost sounds like a Goon Show creation. Ironically, the film was to be Lunge's last in real life, despite living to the ripe old age of 90. Lunge plays Dick with a breezy, winning confidence like a two-fisted Kenneth Moore, a pipe man who's also handy with his fists. Among director Norman Lee's previous credits was 1937's Bulldog Drummond at Bay, and there's a pleasing echo of the gentleman adventurer in this film's hero. When June and Glenda go to the cops, there are immediate sparks between her and Dick, an incentive prompting him to offer himself as a simple advisor for the intriguing, sleuthy fun of it. "Everybody seems to be helping me," June delights, fully aware of her effect on him. It won't be a picnic, though. In total, Dick gets into 4 fistfights over the next 2 acts, the first of which is an attack by 2 of the deceased lord's conniving staff in the girls' hotel. The tight foursome go to the Selford estate, where the family's solicitor and trustee, Havelock, David Horn, explains to him his shock that the 7 keys could be at large when they were zealously guarded. Hovering over the proceedings is family physician Dr. Manetta, Leslie Banks, in his only return to horror after his villainy in The Most Dangerous Game in 1932, which I've already covered. Banks oozes suavity and concealed depths behind his goatee beard. This, coupled with being a Spaniard, no doubt earned wartime audiences knee-jerk distrust as a Johnny foreigner. He doesn't exactly assuage xenophobic prejudice with his choice of hobby either, since he has a fetish for historical torture devices, in particular Torquemada's Spanish Inquisition. After trying out his spiky Iron Maiden, Dick is not impressed. "I think I'll stick to cigarette cards." Our intrepid quartet, along with Havelock, opens the tomb and are shot at for their snooping. The evil staff have so far all but one key needed to unlock the vault and its $500,000 in treasure. By accident, June uncovers the remaining key when Manetta's chimp Beppo knocks over a vase containing it. She is then kidnapped and held captive by stern housekeeper Mrs. Cody, Kathleen Nesbitt. You've been unfortunate. Again. Her husband and Robert Montgomery's mute butler. They are all in the thrall of master criminal Dr. Manatee, who flaunts his power until Dick gives him a spin under the Iron Maiden's looming spikes himself. The Doctor's smug composure cracks. He gives a high-pitched scream and owns up to the big plan, involving a substitute posing as the Lord's real heir to gradually siphon off the inheritance without June knowing. When June berates Dick for unlawful cruelty, he shows a satisfying hard edge under the clean-cut heroics, averring that he's a private citizen, not a responsible policeman held to a professional code. She isn't the only one with powers of persuasion, and soon he is away with her. Chamber of Horrors is well-paced, and with its sprinkling of sassy one-liners delivered by a game cast, makes a decent wet Sunday afternoon's entertainment. Thanks for listening. If you like what you hear, please don't forget to hit subscribe.